Hello, hello, YouTube. My goodness, it has been a minute and a half. And when you are finding yourself in that space of really just honing into what is it that I desire, and you understand that you do not desire to create more content, but you do desire to create more conversation and more community. Well, this is me creating more conversation and more community by having the conversations that are not being had at the moment. So, hello, hello. My name is Elnaj. If you are new to my world, say hi to me in the comments. Let me know where you are dialing in from. I am the founder of the Unapologetic Women, and I'm coming to you live from New Zealand. And of course, if you know me, say hi because it's always great to have a conversation with my friends. And this conversation really came about after an amazing, powerful call in the Coffee with Authors for the ladies who contributed to the issue 5 of the Unapologetic Women Rempowerment magazine. If you haven't read this magazine, the link is down in the description. It is a free online magazine that is just beautiful, transformational in the reading and receiving of the message in and of itself, with great news coming forward of us going to print with issue 6, but I'll talk about that separately. But surrounding myself with women and no longer holding an idea of what they have to be like in order for them to be in my space has allowed for transformation that has exceeded anyone's expectations. And so it's time for us to have this conversation around what does it look like to be a successful woman in today's society? And just in that question, I want to bust the question for you because here's what I have come to know with every fiber of my being. We have in excess of 8 billion people walking on planet Earth. It's 8 billion unique experiences of what it means to be a human on this planet at this time. And yet, we are still holding on to the insanity of the idea that there is a template of what success looks like and who you are as a successful woman. My God, the experts will even tell you what you will dress like, what you will sound like, how you would sit, how would you stand, who you surround yourself with, blah, 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 blah. And if you are not this, if you don't look like this, if you don't sound like this, then you are not yet successful. Can I just call hogwash on this entire conversation? Every person has within them the unique DNA of success, their unique DNA of success based on their personal life experience, their personal preferences of what is desired and what is not desired, which calibrates to success for them. Until we start having a new conversation in which we ask, what does success feel like for you? What does the frequency of success feel like for you? Until we start having those conversations, all we are doing is replicating and regurgitating somebody's idea of success. Now, here's what I want you to start feeling into. If you had no hold clinging to the idea that success has to look a certain way. So if you could let go of the picture of success in your mind, which by the way has probably been painted by somebody else on the back of your eyelids, if you read my blog about this, if you actually allowed yourself to release that idea of what success looks like, what does the frequency of success feel like for you? Now, when we start talking about frequencies, this is the conversation of consciousness where everything is energy and everything is vibrating on a frequency from the very low frequency of self shame, self abandonment, fear, desperation, anxiety, all the way up to high vibratory, fun, happiness, love, creativity, all of those high vibrational frequencies. Understanding as well that it's time for us to stop making any of the frequencies wrong because we're all having a human experience which is saturated with all of the frequencies at any given time. However, we get to choose to become more conscious to our frequency and therefore consciously choosing the frequency that we want to focus our thoughts upon and thereby calibrating to that frequency. Now, when you start thinking about what does the frequency of success feel like to me, and you start finding those descriptive words, you can really start playing with this. And I invite you to start playing in the comments. Like, what does the frequency of success feel like to you? Does it feel like liberation, freedom, creativity, happiness, joy, certainty, deliciousness, delight, whatever those words are? That is your personal frequency of success. Now, I invite you to just for a little while, just for a few days, set aside some time to feel the frequency of success for you without creating any images in your head. Do not form a picture of what that would look like, but instead, just feel it for the sake of feeling it because it feels so damn good. That's the point of all of this, after all. And then ask the universe to show to you day by day something that matches this frequency. But here's the thing, darling, you get to choose that frequency even if you don't see today the thing that matches that frequency. Even if you go, cool, universe, it's okay, you take your time. I'm just going to keep on coming back to this frequency. And what you will start finding is if you are unattached to the outcome, if you're unattached to what specifically this has to look like, you have achieved success because you have calibrated to the frequency of success. And little by little, or lottle by lottle, or fast by fast, and great by great, you will start seeing things in your life that matches your calibration of success. And the best part of this, darling, is that then you get to connect to who are you as this woman without any templating of what you have to dress like or sound like or walk like or stand like or shake hands like nothing that is prescribed by somebody else. You just get to be you, and you get to have life do you unapologetically and without making anybody else's experience wrong for them. This is why I encourage women in my community to surround themselves with like-hearted, diverse-minded people, because the richness in life comes through the identifying of what rings our bells and then seeing the people around us and what rings their bells without us having to then ring their tune for any reason or have them ring our tune either. We get to sing our own tune, and so do they. And for some people, it will sound like a bunch of noise, and for others, it will sound like an angelic choir. Doesn't matter. There are more than 8 billion people on this planet. When will we reach a stage of allowing ourselves to have 8 billion different experiences of success and 8 billion different individuals who get to live life on what feels successful to them without comparing ourselves to anybody else and without judging anybody else? When you start introspecting and you start asking yourself, what does success feel like for me? And you just allow yourself to feel that, then you get to determine what you look like, what you sound like, what you show up like as your successful self, because you will be successful. Doesn't that just feel a damn shot better than looking at other people's blueprints of success and attempting so hard to conform to their templates or to pour yourself into their mold so that you can finally look like, sound like, feel like, show up like that person? And by the way, if that fills your cup, if you're the type of woman who enjoys having a blueprint of yourself given to you by somebody else and creating that for yourself, if that lights you up, then please go ahead and do that. My words personally won't resonate for you, and you'll think I'm a crazy Mad Hatter person, but that's okay. I am not here to tell anybody how they have to live their lives. I am here to invite people to become more curious, to remember who they are, and to reclaim themselves so that they can truly live life on their own terms in every way, shape, and form. Understanding that, well, for those of us who are here to be unapologetic and pioneers and creators and teachers and whatever it is that feels like a fantastic fit for you, for us, the mold simply won't do anymore. It doesn't create the same results as what it does for others. And it sure as damn do not bring us satisfaction or fulfillment. What I have found for myself and my clients is that true fulfillment comes from us being full of ourselves, our divine selves, calibrated to divine love. And then there's no space for other people's little ideas of who we should be within, because we are filled with ourselves. And that's how we get to live unapologetically happy. Okay, darling. So that is my message for today. What does success feel like for you, unattached to what it looks like? Put those words into the comments for us, because every time that we feel into another's word, there will either be a resonance or a dissonance in it, and we get to be more and more refined until we hit our own sweet spot and go, dang, yes, that's where my success vibrates. And then once I'm calibrated to that, that's the woman I truly am, living life on my terms. So, if this is resonating for you and you are ready to just delve into yourself unapologetically, so you can remember who you truly are and reclaim all of yourself, thereby just letting go of all the shackles of conditioning, programming, outdated modalities that you feel is just keeping you restricted in showing up in a way that's still seeking acceptance and approval from others, then I invite you to book a consultation with me so that we can explore what this would look like if we had to partner together. Really just liberating you to be you, darling. Other than that, yes, join the soiree if that feels like a good fit. The link will be down in the description as well. And let me know, what is your takeaway from this conversation? Let this be the start of the conversation, not the end of it. And this is how we get to live our legacies unleashed, unlimited, and unapologetic. So until next time, show me your success, girlfriend, by feeling your success. Have an amazing day further. Cheers.